Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the TheWave2k podcast.
2.
Today I'm joined by my co-host, Johnny Boy.
Hello.
And to my left, we have a new member of the TheWave2k family. Give it up for Matt Scaglione.
Hello.
Welcome, Matthew. We're very happy to have you on the podcast.
So Skags is going to basically be here helping us with recording and switching the cameras and pulling anything up we need to. He's going to help us find information we need to find out, all that jazzy stuff.
Yeah, we hope to give him a position in the podcast that's like, we want everyone to know he's there, but at the same time, sometimes he's not going to be there. So like if we have 2 guests, Skags obviously wouldn't be able to be there, but he will still be here with us in the studio. But
he will still be here with us. He'll be with us in spirit.
In our hearts.
Nah, but really, he'll be sitting right next to me. And if he really has like something dire, something like that's obviously good, important, adding to the conversation, then
we're totally just going to give him a rip.
Just going to hit him with a cute mic turn real quick. Skags, how do you feel about this?
I feel pretty good. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you.
To be here.
Thank you.
Now, it's going to take a lot to get used to because I know that it's like a fucking pain in the ass. What I was doing at first, last podcast, which was our first podcast, was I was actually switching the cameras and talking. Yeah. So like if you guys watched before, you saw me like doing a lot of this. It was because I had to go over. So I thought like, well, if we had somebody, then it would make things a lot easier.
And it turns out we have a man perfect for the job of pushing a button.
Show it.
So, I mean, we're in good spirits. We're in good hands. We have Matthew Scaglione. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Matt Scaglione.
You wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
You know what I want to try to figure out how to do eventually is like put like sound boards.
Yeah, like
on it,
like a little. Like, what do you mean, like a little
clapping?
Button? Yeah, so like just makes noises.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You could download a lot of those things.
Like, yeah, but I'm saying how do you put them like onto OBS? It's something that we got to figure out. I don't think you think there's like a hotkey for audio.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there definitely is.
There definitely is.
Yeah, it's probably just like in one of the settings, like with scene selection. Like you don't do video, you just do audio.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have like man, like some clappy things like this.
Just laughing stock.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank. I think I'm speaking for me and John and Skags when I'm saying thank you everybody for showing so much freaking support and like just love.
Yeah,
on the first podcast.
It was amazing. It turned out way better than what I thought it was going to be. It turned out very nice. Like it was like pretty good to like put our first episode out there and get the exposure that we did. So I'm happy that we had B Philly in the podcast. Thank you, B Philly, for coming.
Yes, freaking thank you, Philly, because I don't know, we were kind of having a hard time. It's hard to start up something like this, so we wanted to get like a good person to interview, and thank you, Philly, because you literally answered us right away.
Like instantly, like we were like in a rut, like we didn't know who we were going to have on the podcast, and Jack texted Philly, literally instantly answered, knew we were talking about doing the podcast, and he was all for it. So it ended up being a great time, and I'm happy we had him on.
Here's the thing, like about like people like Philly is like we all just want to put our stuff out there, and like we're passionate about our work, and that's like something that I really noticed with Philly was that he was like, well, I've always noticed like this with him is like he's passionate in a way, like
he cares.
He really feels strongly about his music, which is like exactly what we need for our interviews, like somebody who wants to just sit down and talk.
Yeah, we need people to contact us, most importantly, because we need people who want to be on the show with us. Like obviously we're going to try our best to find people that are going to be on the show, but if you really want to be on the show, like just hit us up, contact us. We're like always down to make a time. Like we want to build, and we want to help you build, and we could build together. So like it's just all about the roots, and we just gotta plant the seed, man. Got to plant the seed.
Another thing is too, like, we have a lot of people right now hitting us up, asking to come on and asking to be a part of the show, and we're down for anybody. So if we don't answer you right away, or like we have another interview before like we have your interview, that doesn't mean that we don't want to.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry about that. Like, we want you, but it's like, it's tough because like scheduling the studio and you have to work around a whole bunch of other people. It's just like, we want to get as many interviews done as possible. We want to talk to everyone because it's just like, it's so fun meeting new people, and it's so fun like hearing what they have to say about like what they're passionate about. So it's always a good time, and it's always fun having new people on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, we have a lot of hip hop artists hitting us up, but it's not just exclusively hip hop. Like, if you make any type of art, even if you feel like if you're a YouTuber or whatever, we'd still love to like have you on and hear you.
If you're like a content creator, like, we want to hear your voice. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what like you have to offer. Like, if you're a content creator, if you're a YouTuber, which is a content creator, if you're an Instagram model, I don't know, let's say we have ladies with private stories and you're throwing back
The cam girls on the
yeah, but like anything you do, like, we want to talk about. And like, if you want exposure, we want to help you get that exposure. And the only thing that we ask you to do is hit us up. Just hit us up, and if we don't answer, keep hitting us up because we will answer.
Yeah, hit us up at TheWave2k on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You could follow us on Twitter at TheWave2k, and you could follow our YouTube channel. What's the name of our YouTube channel?
It's the space wave space 2K space podcast, I believe. But everything is, well, you're watching this on YouTube, but everything is going to be in the description, like all of our socials. We'll even put our personal socials at this time if you guys want to contact us personally.
Right here, actually. We'll put up...
we'll also throw our email
socials
in there, too, if you want to email us, I suppose. Some people like email.
Dude, email us. It doesn't... Dude... Freaking Facebook message us. It does not matter. Obviously, we don't have a Facebook.
It's not. So I tried actually setting up our Facebook, and I had like a rough time doing it. So, well, it started off trying to promote a post through Instagram, and they were like, "Oh, you have to sign up for Facebook to promote their Instagram." So I'm like, "Okay." So I tried to make our Facebook page, and it like wouldn't let me do like a business account. It tried to make me do like a personal profile, but it made me like wanted me to put like a first and last name, but I wanted to just make it TheWave2k with no spaces. So right now we have a Wave2k Facebook, but the name of it is John Hamill. So it's like I have two, like, people like trying to add me on it and stuff because they think I have a new Facebook.
Oh, right.
It's just really awkward. So like we're gonna have to go in there and fix it.
We need the friends, dude. Add at John Hamill on
John
Facebook.
Hamill, Wave2k logo.
Yeah.
Don't add my personal. Yeah, it is the Wave2k logo.
What was I gonna say? Skaggs, let's talk to you for a minute, buddy. Freaking, you're here. We're happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Do you think that you're going to be sticking around with us, buddy? You think that you're going to be able to help us out here?
I hope so. I really do.
I'm hoping that, like, start getting nice at this, man. Start doing a little bit of research, you know, something that maybe you could do once this other monitor.
We could turn Skaggs into a great producer.
Yeah, dude. We, like, if we were talking about some stuff and you're trying to fact check us.
Yeah, you could do so much too. You don't have to just sit there and switch cameras. Like, we're not gonna make you like.
Oh yeah, I know. This is my first time here.
Yeah, true.
First experience, testing the waters first.
It's not too bad. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. And I know, of course, it's probably a little awkward for you right now, sitting in front of a camera talking to a microphone. Like, I know how it feels. Like, you feel like you have like a lot to say, but you also feel like you have nothing to say at the same time because like it's just like you're overthinking it. But it's not too bad. You'll get the hang of it.
Yeah. Just practice makes perfect.
Of course.
Practice makes perfect. So, Skaggs, let's what do you like to do, Skaggs? What are you into right now?
I'm really I'm football, basketball.
I gotta football, basketball. That's what you're into?
Yeah, I'm really into sports at the moment.
Before we even start talking about sports, what sports do you play?
I don't play any sports.
Sports fan plays no sports.
I don't play any sports.
Well, obviously, it's a horrible week for sports.
Yeah, it's a very sad week for sports, basketball especially.
Rest in peace to the Mamba, freaking 24,
and the Mambacita. Don't forget about her. And the 8 others. Yeah. Well, actually, the 7 others who were in the accident.
Please don't forget about everybody else. Yeah, that was a tragedy. Was
our condolences. The WaveTK's condolences to the families of the victims. Like, it just, for it to be what it was with who it was, just makes it so much worse than it actually was. It's like it caught everyone by surprise. It ruined everyone's, what's today, Monday? It ruined everyone's Sunday.
Oh my God, worst. Probably one of the worst Sundays in history.
And like even today, you can't even escape it. It's like you scroll through Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, like every other post is about it. It's just, it's so sad. Like, it's actually like one of the craziest media reactions to a death I've seen in a long time. Like, I mean,
you couldn't even get on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, like Juice WRLD's death, it was bad and like it blew up on Twitter, but it wasn't even like a week. Like, I could tell this is gonna last a while. But it's sad.
Now what I did today, and not because like I don't respect Kobe Bryant, like, and because I just muted all. I just muted Kobe. I just muted everything on Twitter because I can't read that shit.
That's okay.
Man.
That's okay.
Like,
I don't blame you. I would do the same thing.
Yeah, it's depressing. It ruins your mood. Like, you're like, oh my God, like, we're gonna tackle today, blah blah blah.
Dude, every other post on Twitter has been about Kobe Bryant. I get it. Like, rest in peace to that man. But here's what I said yesterday. Like, let him rest in peace, and don't be posting, trying to promote your shitty little videos underneath freaking his post. And that's just like the most disrespectful thing that you could literally ever do.
Like, are you talking about the edits? Like their basketball edits, or like follow my page. I got all these like crazy edits and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's like some 14-year-old named Chris in his basement making an edit on his iPad, and he's like, please follow me. I love Kobe Bryant. Like, bro, no, stop clout chasing. You go.
There was like a meme page yesterday I had to unfollow, dude, because he was like, okay, like they made one joke about Kobe Bryant being like passing away, and it's like, well, meme accounts do that like stuff all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they made fun of Juice, they made fun of X, but like he blatantly like straight up like disrespected Kobe and his daughter, like that they died. Like he said, like I don't care that they died. Like they call him the N-word, and then he was like bro, you're gonna go that page? Like they're gonna go the. I'll bring up the page right now, actually, yo. So y'all can go. Any Kobe fans can go give him some hate, actually, bro. Because this actually kind of got me tight.
That's just so stupid. Like people like they like to gain fame off of negative energy, and it's so weird. Like, how could you want to like post that? Like, what drives people to post shit like that?
I think it's like the shock value, like. Their whole meme thing is like make the most dank shock meme.
We got to be the edgiest kids in the world,
bro. Why are you trying to say that you don't know what that's like? Because
no. I know what it's like.
You know,
I've dabbled in the dank meme culture. Okay, but like, it's like, yeah, it gets to a point where it's like, well, that's way too soon anyway. But it's also the fact that it's like, I didn't see people out here making fun of Juice WRLD. People were getting destroyed for making fun of Juice WRLD. Yeah. No one made fun of X until like, I don't know, like half a year later. Then all the X memes came out. But it's like
Rip X.
Yeah, Rip X. But it's like,
put some fucking respect on his name, bro.
Like, I don't know. No one's saying like, oh fuck Mac Miller, that cracker. Like, no one should say anything bad about anyone once they're dead, and especially someone who had such a positive impact on people's lives. Like, that's just wrong.
That's
like,
weird. I noticed that about Mac Miller. Like, not a lot of dank memes came out about Mac Miller.
Yeah, because he was like, everyone liked Mac Miller. Everyone likes Kobe Bryant. Like, you don't say bad stuff about it. Even if you aren't a Lakers fan, most people like Kobe Bryant because he's just a legend.
A good guy.
Yeah,
he got people in the basketball. He got me in the basketball.
I'm personally not a sports guy myself, and Kobe Bryant's a good guy.
It's still a tragedy, bro. Yeah. Like, it's
especially because it's not even the fact that he was like a sports legend. It's like he was there with his daughter and his daughter's friend, and they were going to the daughter's friend in his game. Like, he was going to coach. Yeah, she was going to play. Her friend was going to play. He was going to coach. The parents of that girl were there too. Another coach was there, and then the flight pilot and his assistant. So it's like so many innocent people lost their lives just because of some fog. So it's just crazy.
Bro, let me say, when Kobe died, I can like mad people were like shook about it. Like they were definitely like, there's no way this is real. And then like, I don't know, it was upsetting for me as a Kobe fan, but then it actually like destroyed me inside when I found out his daughter, who was 13 and was trying to follow in his like footsteps as not a boy, was like, also on that plane. Like I had a gut feeling, bro, to be honest, that she was on the plane because they always go everywhere together. They're like,
but think about this, like if they didn't take the helicopter,
he's been taking it for decades.
Yeah, exactly. Bro. Like if they didn't take the helicopter and they just drove, let's say, they would have been fine. Like it would have been a completely different story. Like it's literally just because they took the helicopter.
Yeah, dude, it was.
But another crazy thing about it is that person tweeted in 2012, Kobe Bryant is going to die in a helicopter crash.
Yeah, I saw that.
He freaked out when it happened. He was like, nah, dude, there's no way that I just like...
And like, you know how like people like will like Photoshop tweets like from like past dates and say like, oh, like blah, 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 this person said this like mad long ago. Like it wasn't even like Photoshopped either. Like it's like a legit tweet that someone tweeted in 2012. Like how does someone predict that? Like it's just insane.
Didn't someone do that with someone else's death or something? Like they predicted it and then like everyone like freaked out about it.
Well, no, you might be thinking of Juice WRLD. There was like a trend on TikTok where people would have like fake seizures to a Juice WRLD song. But I mean, people tried to say like, oh my God, we predicted Juice WRLD's death. He had a seizure.
The whole point of those TikToks was like supposed to be because like the bass was like super loud. That's why people were like,
it was like, it wasn't even like a seizure. It was just like because the bass was shaking them. But it's like,
here, wait, let me see if I
just crazy how like coincidences lead to that. I think also it wasn't The Simpsons, but there was a cartoon that showed Kobe Bryant getting into a helicopter crash and surviving. Yeah, it
was an old cartoon show from back in the day.
It wasn't Simpsons. It was something else.
It was like, I think it might have been an Adult Swim thing.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it might have been. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up right here. I don't think I see anything.
Oh, Twitter headlines. Well, it's not headlines. All right, so look at it's a tweet. We'll throw the tweet up on the feed, but look at. Like that's insane.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm like, what?
What cartoon is that?
I don't even know. I mean, maybe it shows that we're 2000 babies, but it's like I've never even seen that cartoon.
I think it was from the 2000s.
Really?
Like it was super like old. Like it was only around for like a few years, and like I feel like it got like stopped because I recognize it a little bit.
The retweets don't even say what kind of show it was, or what the name of the show was. Maybe it's this. I don't know. It's just so sad that something happened like that. Like you could, if you have anyone in your family or anyone in your life that you have negative energy with or like beef with, like just set that shit straight because it doesn't matter. Like you never know when you're gonna wake up to like that text that says, oh, blah 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 is like gone, or you never know when you're gonna find the news that someone passed away, and then you'll realize that nothing's worth it because everyone's life is so like fragile and delicate, and it can be lost very easily.
Fact, this shit had grown men crying, bro.
Yeah,
like what we saw, like, you know, you see these people in like basketball games, you don't think like they don't cry or nothing. They're grown men.
Dude,
they were in tears.
The show was called The Legends of Chamberlain Heights.
Dude, I can't believe they let those freaking they made those NBA players play last night.
Yeah, dude, that's so disrespectful.
That is
like,
crazy.
They couldn't cancel them, I heard.
Why?
Let's go to 5.
Why couldn't they cancel?
Because I guess the games were just too like they were like the players were already like on the plane there when it was happening. Like they were already going to the game.
Like how do you just like? But like they probably couldn't even play well. Like
no.
Hearing that news, like that's like. A lot of those people are in the NBA because of people like Kobe Bryant, and because of Kobe Bryant. Like there's so many young people in the NBA. Like there's people that look up to Kobe Bryant and see him as like a father figure or like a brother or like even a teammate. Like Like, that's so sad, like, making someone play through that, like, trauma. Like, someone that they know and love and respect so deeply. It's just, like, it's just ridiculous that they couldn't cancel their games.
So, I think in honor of Kobe and everybody who passed away in that plane crash, we are going to have a 10-second moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. All right. So let's talk about what we have coming up. Let's talk about...
We have a couple interviews coming up. A couple of good ones, hopefully. I think they'd be pretty good. I'm excited to get Just Jimmy on the podcast.
Yes, Jimmy, a.k.a. JB, is going to be coming on the podcast. Hopefully we can get his boy on there.
Sam, what's his Instagram name? Sam McGar?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I know it's Sam. But I'm excited. I hope they want to come on the podcast soon. I mean, we were supposed to have them today, but things didn't work out. Scheduling plans.
We're about to have the Goiler Unit. Hopefully we're going to have the Goiler Unit on here. I don't know if it's still going on, but what's happening with Tony versus Tony here? Like, so we have to know.
I would like to get a Tony v. Tony podcast, but I think we should do that separate to the Goiler Unit podcast. Personally, I think we could do. Well, obviously we want to have the Goilers on here and do Tony v. Tony, but I think at first we should have the Goilers and interview them, talk about what they want to do, like what they do. And then do the Tony v. Tony podcast. We could basically set it up with their interview.
Bro, we have to have Tony in here and Tony in here at the same time.
That's war.
That's war. That's war time.
Tony and Tony. Boys.
Just think about it. Tony v. Tony.
No gloves in the studio, boys.
Yeah, nah, we ain't fighting. We're talking. It's going to be like
It's going to be like a pre-fight interview. So what we're talking about is the infamous Goiler Rumble. You'll find out more about it in the Goiler Unit podcast, but it's...
Can I make a statement real
crazy.
fast?
Yeah,
make a statement.
This shit, I don't know. Is this shit even illegal, dog? What they're doing?
The Goiler Rumble?
Yeah, the Goiler Unit stuff. Like, is this stuff even fully legal?
Yeah,
it just gotta be.
I mean, what's not?
I got no problem.
It's just a couple of guys being dudes.
Yeah, I ain't saying that. I ain't snitching. I'm all for it, but I don't want them to get caught. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm about to show you a quick little clip of the Goiler Rumble here.
You get the gist of it. You get the gist. That's the Goiler Rumble, like backyard boxing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually want to know, I want to know if they're down for the Tony versus Tony. Like,
I think we should talk to them about it.
They definitely should be down.
I'm about to see if I can talk to Tony Hot Boy.
Tony Hot Boy.
Yeah.
So Tony Slickback.
Tony Slickback, Tony Hot Boy. I know that he wants to fight Tony Goiler.
Yeah.
Tony Goiler. You want to fight Tony Hot Boy? What's going on, bro? Like,
we want to see it. We want to hear what you have to say on the podcast. If you're listening to this, we want you here now.
Tony and Tony on the podcast.
Tony on one side, Tony on the other side. Two Tonys going at it.
Too many
Tony Tone.
Too many Tonys.
Too many Tonys in here.
Let's see. Since we're on the Goiler, let's see what else they got.
They did vlogs for a little bit, but I think they kind of stopped doing them.
This one's Clyde causes havoc at the CCSU tip.
Love not my type. Even play with the flu like I'm Mike. Scoreboard on my bullshit like Jordan is. Up like an ornament. Cash in the audience. Money bags on the way like I ordered it. Bills green like Forest's. Tough like Chuck Norris's. New hunters.
That's the Goiler Unit for you. Hopefully they come on the podcast. I'm excited to see if they will. I was talking to one of them, Clyde Goiler. I think he's pretty down for the podcast. So we could have Clyde and Tony come on. That would be pretty exciting. Let's see.
Yo, text him, hit him up, see if he wants to talk on the phone real quick about fucking Goiler, because I got his number. I'll call him up real quick because I'm about to text. I'm texting Tony Hotboy right now.
You're texting Tony Hotboy right now,
and I want to.
So on other news, though, we're also trying to get another 2 people on the podcast. My good friend Santino Charlo and his friend, who he actually produces for, Trey Tuck. He's an up-and-coming artist in Connecticut. Both of them work together on music, and it's actually pretty good. And I'm hoping that we could get them on the podcast within the next week or 2. I think it would be really fun. I'm excited to meet Trey.
Okay, here we go. We're about to FaceTime fucking
Okay, I always get set up and everything.
Tony Goiler here.
Excuse me. Should I go to it?
Yo. What's poppin', bro? Your freaking voice is running through the mic on the podcast right now, bro.
All right, good.
So we were talking about Tony Hotboy versus Tony freaking Goiler.
Yep.
And when I was just talking to you about that, you just asked me. You're asking me if he said he was down. I thought he said he was already down.
No, I'm saying like he was down for the podcast.
Oh yeah, they're down to do the podcast. I'm saying, is he down for the Rumble or what's good? Like, what's going on here?
All right, so I asked him on Thanksgiving if he was down for the Rumble. I asked him multiple times if he was down, and he just ignored my question. And then finally on Thanksgiving, he took it and was like, "Yeah, we'll take a fight." What up, Johnny boy?
What up? How you doing, Tony?
I'm just pointing you to the camera so people can see you.
The real Tony right here.
The winner.
So what do you have to say to freaking Tony Goiler?
All I gotta say is no offense to your boy and no offense to Jace, but neither of them can fight. And let someone else in the ring get in there and who actually knows how to fight and watch what happens. It's not going to be pretty.
How do you think it's going to go down?
It's either going to be first or second round KO.
Kid's going for the KO, dude. He's going straight for the KO, dude.
No, I'm not going for it. I know it's going to happen.
We have a confident fighter in the ring.
Tell something to Tony. Talk to Tony. If you got a message for Tony, here we go. Tell him, son. He's looking at you in the camera.
All right. Tony, take that fight. All right, let's go. Get it going. Set that shit up. Tell me your time and place, and let's go.
Let's go, baby. Freaking Tony v. Tony.
Goiler Rumble, baby.
All right, bro.
Real Tony. Real Tony.
Honestly, bro.
You heard him.
All right, bro. I'll hit you up after we're finished recording this.
All right, bet.
All right, bro.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
All right. So, unfortunately, we cannot have Tony Goiler voiced in right now, but just stay tuned. Goiler podcast coming soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks. I want to get them on as fast as possible.
Yes, we need to have that happen. And boys, if you're listening to this, we would love to have you both come in and sit down
and have a formal conversation face to face about this.
But obviously we're in the school, so we can't have no Goiler Rumble going on.
We can't be beefing in the stew.
For anybody who doesn't know, the studio is inside of the All Noise Radio studio in Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yes.
So we don't own the studio.
Yes,
Newsflash. We don't own all this nice ass equipment, everybody. We are very fortunate to be able to use it.
Yes, we are very fortunate to be in use of this amazing equipment. Thank you to the School of Broadcasting. I appreciate it.
If y'all want to see Tony v. Tony podcast, Goiler podcast, if y'all want to see anybody you know, anybody who your mom knows, anybody who your dad knows,
Screw it. If you want to be on the podcast, hit us up. Anyone hit us up. We want to see what you're doing. We want to see your art. We want to see your flow. We want to see your vibe. Like, give it to us. Bring your all. We want to see who you are. We want to see how you can build. We want to build with you. So hit us up. We'll hit you back. just like I said earlier, if we don't answer, keep hitting us up. Don't stop hitting us up. The only way that we're going to get you on the podcast is if you want to be on the podcast. So please.
Listen, if you tell us that you want to be on the podcast and then like we keep hitting you up to come on and you just like are keep flaking, just fuck off, because we don't want that, bro. If you want to come on here and talk about yourself, we're giving you the opportunity. This isn't like
we it's basically a 50-50 here. Like, we have to put our effort in, you have to put your effort in. If you want to be on the podcast, you have to come on the podcast. You can't just expect it to happen. Like, we can't schedule a time and then wait another week because we have to get episodes out. Like, unfortunately, that's the way it is. Like, if we ever hit you up last minute, don't expect us to like get mad at you if you can't do it last minute though. So that's that.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Freaking. I told Skaggs I went to the completely wrong camera. Can you go to the shot that has all of us in it?
He clicked on 4. I clicked it. And he goes, "Oh God."
So yeah, I think that
just about wraps it up.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, Philly, for last week. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Subscribe. Follow us on our Instagram. Follow us on our Twitter.
All our socials. Follow us everywhere.
That'll all be in the link in the description.
One thing, though. Please leave us feedback.
Yes.
We need feedback. We want to know what we can improve on. We have to know what we have to drop, what to add. Like, we have to, like, work with the audience here. Like, it's not just us. Like, we can't expect to know what you want. So please tell us what you want.
And if you guys want to see like less of me, want to hear less of me, want to hear less of John, want to see less of Skaggs, like,
let us know.
We
need your feedback. All we need is your feedback.
So yeah, I think this has been episode 2 of the Wave2k podcast. Tune in next time. Hopefully next time you'll see us with an interview.
Peace out.
Peace.